Just sitting in my car before I go into work and really realizing how much of myself has been, I guess, just operating from a place of being seen. Posting to be seen, performing to be seen. If I'm not seen, then I'm failing. Or, even in my friend interactions and stuff, like, I've been noticing that if I get pushback, or if I feel like I'm judged or whatever, like, automatically it's like a fucking hit to the heart kind of situation. Or like, the smaller self in me goes, oh, and just wants to like rage, or like, the level of anger that comes up, or emotion just in general. Like, it's so apparent to me now. It's kind of hard to unsee. And like, I know that I've always been someone that, how can I say, dances and even writes lyrics and creates art from a space that is transmuted through my human, but also I know is from beyond my human. You could say that, the energy or the frequency has power. It ignites people. Like, all of those things, I genuinely know and feel that my music and my movement, even the way that I teach my art, does those things. And I still hide from it. And in the whole being seen thing, right? Like, I guess this is just a share and a lesson on like someone who has never felt like enough, who has never felt like he was fully received or seen by, whether it be his family or whatever. Like, it plays out in society too. Like, and that's just like, in a sense, by my own doing, because I haven't been able to see myself fully in all of my greatness. Like, all of the things that I've done in the past, I don't feel like are massive things or great things, But then there's people around me that only see my greatness. Obviously, yes, we all have flaws and stuff, but they see my greatness more than they see my flaws, or they see my strengths more than they see my weaknesses. Whereas for me, it's always been the other way around. So I am on a mission and in action of consciously changing these things. Not running to these things to be seen, but seeing myself from the lens of greatness and from the lens of God, and truly owning that I channel through my dance, through my art, through my music, which is all art anyway. And I am a deep individual. And I see things that a lot of other people don't think about, or a lot of people don't feel or see in a situation. I've always been that guy. And I've also always felt like outward validation or, approval or something is, in a sense, like that's how I've in the past like operated from a space of, I guess, lack, looking outside myself for the things instead of being and looking at and seeing myself in all of my multidimensionality. And I think that as humans, we are meant to do that every day of our life so that we can then understand, understand, and overstand what it means to actually be whole without the distractions, without the drugs, even the food, the money, the work, all of that shit. Like, I feel like I'm in such a space of stillness right now, and it's so fucking uncomfortable. But I'm just realizing so much about my psyche, and at majority of the time where I have been operating from. And like, just another example is like I made 40K in 7 months in 2020. In 2020. And I realized that was because there was other people also believing in me and my vision and my work, and then me obviously putting in the work to create that and manifest that within such a small amount of time. And I was in Melbourne at that point. And now being back in Perth, I have to really start all over again. And it feels like I am being tested and cultivating I need to go. But cultivating the grit and the God damn it. And the being in me that doesn't actually need anybody's approval to do anything. And I know that a lot of people will probably be like, yeah, you shouldn't, blah, blah, blah. Like, bruh, let me tell you something, man. I know that I could look at, if you are that person, I know that I could look at your life and show you where you're doing that. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, if you are looking to be seen by others, whether you're an artist or not, by your family, looking for love outside of yourself, just be that for yourself. Be that for yourself. And I think, actually, I know that your life will change. I've seen it, I've felt it. Now it's time for me to really expand my capacity to be that